Hi people. Purpose of this video is to let everyone recap and review how to sketch an exponential graph and logmetric graph or log graph. Why? Because every time student is very weak or they have poor understanding of curve sketching. Take note, is sketch, not draw, which means that we don't need to draw it on a graph paper. We only need to sketch on a blank piece of paper. Do take note, for exponential graph, most of the time is of this shape, either in this manner or in this manner, depending on what we are given. So for example, there are a few steps that we need to be mindful of. So you can see over here I've written down. So for step 1 is to find the y-intercept, which is very similar to sketching straight line in elementary math, which is let x equals to 0. So for example, if I use a typical example, so for example I will say sketch y equals to e to the power of maybe x, the simplest one. Okay, so I let y equals to 0. So let x equals to 0. My y equals to e to the power of 0, which is equals to 1, which means the curve will cut the y-axis at 1. Say 1. Okay. Then step 2, they say pick a point on the left of x, which means that the x value we have is 0 here. So we have a point here. Reason why we must pick a value on the left is to let us know whether the curve is in this manner or in this manner. So you pick 0.1. So let x equals to 0.1. We can choose any other value. So negative 0.1. You can choose any other value, but I like to choose it very close to the x equals to 0. So we have y equals to e to the power of negative 0.1. So if you key in calculator, okay, e to the power of negative 0.1, I have 0.9 something. So maybe somewhere around here. Okay, so then after we will proceed. Step 3, let x equals to 0.1. So if we let x equals to 0.1, sorry, 0.1, yeah, 0.1, we'll have 1.11. Okay. So with this, when it's 0.1, I have 1.1, which is something somewhere around here. So don't need to be exact. So we know that the shape of the curve, exponential curve, is like that. So this will be y equals to e to the power of x. Okay. The same thing applies whether is it y to the power of 2x, y to the power of x plus 1, everything is the same. Okay. So if you're not convinced, let's see one more example. For example, I do a more, I would say, challenging one. Okay. Sketch y equals to e to the power of x minus 1, for example. Okay. So I let x equals to 0. So I have y equals to e to the power of 0 minus 1. So I have e to the power minus 1. So e to the power minus 1. So we key in calculator, e to the power of minus 1. Okay, so it's 0.368. Okay, so maybe here 0.368. Okay, so this one across. Then pick a point, okay, on the left. So let x equals to negative 0.1. You can, like I mentioned, you can pick any other value. So e to the power of negative 0.1 minus 1. So it's e to the power of negative 1.1. Okay, so here will be 0.333 So negative 0.1, negative 0.333 will be somewhere around here. Then let x equals to 0.1 also. So if y equals to e to the power of 0.1 minus 1. So if e to the power of negative 0.9. So here I have 0.1, then I have this value here, which is 0.407. So by sketching this, the curve will look like this. Y equals to e to the power of x minus 1. Okay? So this is solving exponential graph. So let's proceed. How about log graph? So for log graph, we have to be mindful because for any log graph, there won't be any y-intercept. I would say it's very rare. Okay, and there's always a dotted line in a log graph. What do I mean by that? How come there's a dotted line? Because this dotted line is to indicate to the marker or to the person who read your graph that the log graph will not approach this vertical line. What do I mean by that? How come it's like that? Because, for example, log 0 is math error. If you key in your calculator log graph, there will be a math error. Log 0. So we are making use of this 0 value to help us locate where is the position of the dotted line. So that's why for any graph, for example, step 1, I say for sketch the graph y equals to log base 5x. Okay, we let x equals 0. Why? Because this portion, okay, if here is 0, my graph will be undefined. Okay, so if undefined, so over here let's draw a simple one. So a graph, okay, x, y. So let x equals 0. So x equals 0 is actually this line. So which means that actually the y-axis needs to be dotted. Okay. Then so we know that the curve or the log graph that we are going to sketch, it will not intercept the y-axis. You only approach it. Then over here, step 2, we find x-intercept. X-intercept is like finding the straight line like that. Or we let y equals 0. So if y equals 0, I have 0 equals to log base 5x. Changing log form to exponential form, 5 to the power 1. 5 to the power 0 equals to x. So 1 equals to x. So which means that the log graph will cut x-axis at 1. So which means that the graph will be in this manner. Okay, it will approach the y-axis, but it will never cut the y-axis. Okay, so then adding on, if you are worried about the accuracy of this graph that you have sketched, because there's only one point, maybe you add in one more point, which is we do know that log base a equals to 1. So we will know that y, let x be 5, y 5, okay, which means that when x equals to 5, my y will be equals to 1, value 1. So which means maybe I drag in 1, 5 here, then maybe here is a 1. So I will say that the graph will meet this point. So that at least we have 2 points here. Okay, so this seems easy, but if one day, let's take an example. Okay, example, they say sketch y equals to log maybe base 3 2x minus 1, for example. Okay, so 2x minus 1, same thing. This portion, if it's 0, it will be undefined. So we will find out. Okay, 2x minus 1 equals to 0, 2x equals to 1, x equals to half. So which means that the vertical dotted line will be x equals to half. So if I over here, if I sketch it out, okay, x equals to half, maybe here, half. So here's a vertical dotted line. Okay, after that we will find where is the x-intercept. So x-intercept with y equals 0. So 0 equals to log base 3 2x minus 1. So changing log form to exponential form, I have 3 to the power 0 equals to 2x minus 1. So if 1 equals to 2x minus 1, so 2 equals to 2x, x equals to 1. So which means that my 1 is here. Okay, so there's a cross here. Then other than that, to be more accurate, okay, we do know that log base 3 equals to 1. So which means that 2x minus 1 equals to 3. So 2x equals to 4, x equals to 2. So when my x equals to 2, this portion here will be 3. So x equals to 2. So when x equals to 2, okay, I'll get a 1 here. Get a 1 here. So how to sketch? It will be in this manner, the log graph. So this will be my y equals to log base 3 2x minus 1. Okay? Please watch this video again if you do not understand. Thank you.